Hello and welcome to early morning Just Grasp 1. That means I'm a bit more on the quiet side today than usual. I'm going to try and keep the mic close to my face so you can hear me as much as I can. Um, yeah, today we have Alkaroth versus dored in the loser side of things. So whoever does lose this will unfortunately be going home from the tourney in a figurative sense since this is online. But yeah, this should be an interesting one. Both players out here will be fighting for their tournament life. This is actually a week 4 match, not a uh, week 3. We're about to head into week 4 next week, and we'll be doing some catch-up matches and getting some stuff underway. And yeah, it should be good. All right, looks like we have a Ryu Axel pick for dored. And what do we have here for Alkaroth? We have a Testament Chip Faust lineup. And what is our third pick going to be for all season 7, actually? Crazy. I wonder what our final pick for dored is going to be. Looks like we're going to go with the Beheaded. No, Beheaded wasn't something we've actually seen come out, so I wonder if we'll go ahead and see that come out today, or if we're just going to see the Ryu and Axel again, like we've been seeing from dored lately. As for Alkaroth, I don't think they ran all Season 7 last time we saw them here, so this will be certainly interesting to see all of Season 7. I think I saw them run something other than Season 7 the last time I saw them play. Alrighty, here comes the blind pick. And then we'll go ahead and get this party underway. What can we get done today? Let's find out. There's selection from Alkaroth. Here comes selection from dored. We have Ryu versus Testament. Alrighty. So Testament being a zoner, Testament is okay with taking damage from Hadoken because he trades pretty fine with it. The main problem is that Hadoken has recursion, and Testament does not have recursion unless he boosts Side Swing. So he does not train the best with this at range 3 through 6. In all honesty, if this gets overly cooked all the time, especially with critical. So if we do end up in a range battle with Ryu and we just eat these Hadokens to the face, we could see a bit of a trade-off where we're trading constantly, but we might not be winning the trade all the time. Because our Arbor Sign Rising actually loses to this. Arbor Sign Falling is going to up trade with this, and then Side Swing will also up trade with this. Of course, the other mix-ups at like range 4 for Side Swing and stuff like Dive. And then Arbor Sign Falling, yeah. So we're going to have to see how Testament wants to go ahead and navigate this. If Ryu does get in that like closer range, though, they do have other options. I mean, if we do kind of sit at that range 1, have that range 4, or that range 4 battle, we could see like stuff like Side Swing. We could see all the Arbiter signs, but Ryu also doesn't have any slouch of options either. They have the Tatsumaki, um, they have the Hadoken, they have the Dive, and then of course if they have Gauge, they have their Metsu Hadoken as well. Now, Testament's UA here is gonna be something that Ryu has to watch out for is the card Grasp. Card Grasp and the card Grasp in this matchup is gonna be pretty wild because the card Grasp for Testament usually actually flings Sweep out of the way. Obviously, it can only do that from center stage because Grasp for Testament actually pushes 3. It doesn't push 2, it pushes 3, which puts pretty much everything Ryu out of the way except for Tatsumaki. So we'll have to see how Ryu wants to deal with these kind of options here. I should probably pop out my chat in case anybody comes and hangs out with me this morning. Let me get that done. Alright. Okay, we have EX Tatsumaki into the Grave Reaper. So Grave Reaper will draw 2, add a card from hand to Gauge, so this is going to get 2 cards in Gauge. It's going to get Spike and Grave Reaper itself. We will take 6 from the EX Tatsumaki. Tatsumaki will take 3. This makes sense. Going up in Ryu's favor here. We're just going to close into Testament's face. The problem here is now we are in that prime grasp range, which means we can get thrown out of a lot of things as Ryu. Of course, the main counter to grasp is focus, but Tatsumaki being down. Oh, we actually burnt the or the possession in order to advance 2 backwards. I'm actually a little bit surprised about that. Just kind of going 2 with. All right, we're exceeding. The exceed, of course, giving everything the effect of focus, which is the draw 1, although it is on hit instead of as opposed to after. So it is not a guaranteed draw 1. You still do have to hit with the card, but it does make for nice card economy, especially when you do drop stuff like the focus, because the focus does draw 2, and the sweep does generate better card advantage, as it already does, but it does it even better now. Testament in the corner versus Ryu, this isn't really where you want to be. I mean, like I said before, you do have the grasp, but you only have 2 of those. And, of course, Ryu having 2 focuses as well. If he plays the focuses in the right stance at the right point, then he just is going to focus out your grasps, and then you're going to be set. Whereas if he does let you have a grasp off, then you can just go ahead and fling him out of whatever he wants to do. Because he doesn't have any cards that have the same text as focus of you cannot be pushed or pulled, which is pretty nice, you know. Not having to deal with stuff like that, not having to deal with random closes and stuff. Now that both Tatsumakis are gone, because that was the other thing that kind of countered us here is this Tatsumaki. Um, yeah, so Grasp is a pretty safe option for Testament as soon as those focuses come down. That's the main thing you are concerned with. We're just going to get out of the corner though. We're just going to advance 3. Testament Ryu at range 3. I mean, range 3, the thing that we have to worry about here is Unholy Diver on whatever we want to play as Ryu. Being out the Tatsumakis means that we're not going to have any of that just organic close that with guarded close on it. So we do have to think a bit of what we want to go ahead and play here. We could do a crazy bait and just crit Hadoken out the Unholy Diver, but of course that loses to other things and has its own problems, so we'll have to see what we're going to end up doing here. Actually, I was talking about it before, but the Arbor Setting Falling actually loses to Hadoken because it only has 3 guard on it. I forgot about that. Oof. We're gonna make a reading here, actually. We don't have the reading target. What do we have here? Cult Dive? Cult Dive with 1 gauge. I mean, that means this could either be Hadoken or, yeah, this is either Hadoken or Assault, and or I think, or other dive, actually. This could also, this want to be Spike. Main thing to think about here is, are we playing Assault? Because if you think we're playing Assault, we play the Sweep. If we think we're playing the Dive, we play the Rising. Both have their own answers. So we'll have to kind of think here of what we wanted this to be. The Sweep obviously hits harder, but the Sweep doesn't hit at all if it's Dive, and we get hit pretty hard, so we're not too happy about that. So we have to kind of assess here what this is going to be. We're not happy getting hit at either of these, so to be honest. Okay, it is just the Hadoken. This will not trade favorably into Sweep, but we do recur Hadoken if we want it. Okay, Hadoken is on top of our deck. Now we can decide where we want Ryu with this, yep. I'm almost certain we just pull Ryu, and I know we want to use the Arbiter side, but we also don't want Ryu to just get infinite, no, We're just getting the draw one. We're not getting the push or pull. Okay. We did get rid of 1-inch punch with the sweep here. What else we gonna do here? I mean, we got the hand advantage over Ryu, obviously, because we do have the Exceeded Testament, which Exceeded Testament will normally generate pretty good hand advantage, especially with all those normals being played. We're just gonna go ahead and drop a card here. Falling, Rising, Dust, Calamity, Sweep, and I actually don't know what NLS is. Alright, Raw Dog Strike here. Now, the main thing that's interesting here is, yeah, we might just see the Crit Hadoken come out. Yeah. Crit Hadoken will win out here. Just deals 4. Yeah, that's one of the main concerns I had, is winning out against Ryu's ranged option as Testament is not the easiest thing in the world. I mean, obviously you have Scythe Swing that trades with it pretty well, but it's gonna beat out both your Rising and your Falling every day of the week. It's actually better. Unless you like EX or guard it. In which case you could get a trade. But Hadoken is infinitely recurring. Alright, here comes the +4 guard. Draw 1 for end of turn. Oh, sure. Alrighty, +4 guard and play. Ryu will just go ahead and say, sure, have your gauge. Now, I don't think Ryu's super scared of the Calamity. Of Calamity duo here. It is 7 power, but obviously you can do things to outspeed it, especially if you know your opponent has it. Notably, we're probably not going to see like a Shoryuken into it. But if we're worried about this, there's plenty of options we can see into it that'll be just fine. Notably, Donkey Kick performs insanely well into this. Stuff like that. And if it gets EX'd, it has its own set of responses as well. +1 range. Okay. Now that Calamity Duo is online, the full version of it, because before it was just 5 power, 2 gauger, now it's 7 power, 2 gauger. Ryu's boosting just Grasp here. Get that +2 power on deck. Making sure next strike is pretty meaty. Yeah. We're just kind of seeing a Western standoff here. Boost War. Boost War here in the Exceed verse. We have a strike coming out from Testament. Testament have to be a bit careful here. Here's the cross into the cross. We'll see Alkaroth cross win out here. Ryu will take 3 damage. Alright, we're back in that Prime Hadoken range. Well, what are we doing now? Yeah, we've got to kind of think about this because we know they have Hadoken in hand, and if we try to play anything spicy, they might just Hadoken us out of it. The crit Hadoken into the dive, take our free 4 damage, cash out. That is a silly little trick that Testament has. That is factual. +1 speed. Look at the top card of the disc or the deck. No, you may discard it. Just get rid of the pesky Hadoken. Makes sense. I don't want to see that Nightmare's Testament anymore. Put Ryu back to range 2. This is 5 power dive. And we're going to see if we want to block this as Ryu or not. We may or may not. I imagine we just block the full thing. Or we only take 1 damage here. I mean, that's fine too. Sorry about that, boys and girls. And other friends. Didn't mean to accidentally blow the mic there. Whoops. Oh, trying to be a little bit quiet in the mornings. A little bit hard sometimes. You get the mic a little bit close to your face, and you don't really realize how close it is until you know you're there. So we're still here though. We got the what is this? Oh, we just boosted Bloodstain Lineage draw. That's fine. Range 2 Bloodstain Lineage isn't the greatest thing in the world anyways, because it could just be swept or spiked. Well, less so spiked than swept, but we're just gonna strike into it. I mean, it's just +1 power. Now hit gate advantage, so there's something we don't want to let go back to Testament's turn anyways. So this is completely fine, just striking into this. It makes a lot of sense. No extra advantage cards for you, Testament. Alright, here comes the cross into the sweep. Good call. Alright, range 4, no Hadoken on deck as far as we know. What do we got? We do have Metsu Hadoken on deck, though. That's the scary part. 1 EX Metsu Hadoken, and we are toaster strudels. I don't know. Testament has a lot of gauge here. 4 cards in hand. 4 cards on deck, lots of gauge. We're gonna see the possession boost come out. I'm a big fan of possession. I use this card like there's no tomorrow. I'm a big possession player. I like this. I like this stuff. This is my kind of stuff. Taking the draw, getting the Arbor Sign Rising into the dive. Good stuff. Are we gonna see EX Side Swing here? That'd be hilarious. Nope. Well, it's not whatever that is. There goes Shoryu. Rio take 5 for the troubles. Alright, Testament making it range 2 with the Side Swing. Alrighty, 12 to 5. Can Testament close it out before Ryu's able to get enough cards to get back into this, or are we gonna see Ryu possibly come back? It is very possible for Ryu to just blow up Testament, especially with 3 gauge. It is not unheard of at all. We won't be seeing Metsu Shoryu, but the Metsu Hado, if we do get the range, does outspeed a lot of Testament's options actually. So Testament's not going to be dealing too easy into that, especially with both crosses down. They'll just have to block it or something. They do have the gauge to spend to block, but if we do have the other Shoryu in hand, that overhead with that is bonkers nuts. So we'll have to see how we go ahead and dance around this here. Yeah, we're just kind of watching out for some stuff here. Testment's gonna do a large CC, I think. Is that what we're seeing? Oh, we have the gauge to CC all we want. There goes the other unholy. I'm not sure if we've seen a single assault yet. We're at 8 cards. We're gonna have to discard. Um, it's not the only way to beat test. I mean, you can go ahead and just do the classic of just kind of win strikes. But I mean, Metsu overhead is usually a pretty good closer, or just to get the guaranteed damage to get them down to like the lower HPs. Overhead, pretty much anything, but overhead Metsu is big quality damage is the main thing. It's a nice juicy 7. And you could also just like 1-inch punch and stuff like that, especially in the corner here against Testament. I mean, 1-inch punch is one range. It's not getting well. Actually, 1-inch punch is a little bit scarier against Testament because they could just be moved. Also, welcome to the stream, Madwins. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. But Donkey Kick is extremely safe at this range as well, or in the corner as well. Because even if it gets moved, it's still fine. Unless it gets moved by Grasp, and then you're kind of sad. Well, the main problem... Oh. Rutro Raggy. Here comes the scramble plus 1 speed. Side swing number 2. Side swing number 2 at this range, though. Holy good god. I'm recruiting this regardless, yeah, before flip. Well, it's not Metsu, I'll tell you that. Alright. Bring. Spike, plus 1 speed. That does it. Testament takes it. Yep. Testament takes it. Very nice closure. Yeah, that scramble really sealed the deal. There's the cross in hand that Ryu was looking for, cross into something like Metsu. Oh, they were holding on to Metsu, Shoryu. So they might not have crossed out in the first place. Yep. That's just the nature of that card, though. Is if you just play something like that and you know your opponent's out of certain options that will close them into you, you can just play something like that and be happy. That's what we saw. As we just said, all right, we have 12 life, we have 4 or 3 speed side swing. We're just gonna drop it. Scramble's a rather good option regardless, though. You just have to know when to scramble, because if you scramble too awkwardly, you can just end up screwing yourself plenty of the time. Oh, we didn't even switch off. We're just going into the next game. Faust into Ryu. Faust into Ryu. How do we feel about this, actually? I mean, as Ryu, the main thing I'm kind of scared of is Snip, Snip, Snip. We get that Fro at range 1, most of our cards are gone. Yeah, that is the main worry, actually. I don't think we're too worried about Mix, Mix, Mix. We actually have things that can beat Mix, Mix, Mix pretty handily, like Donkey Kick. Thrust is in a similar boat, so as long as we don't get it pulled into range 1 of Thrust, if we hit that, if that pulls us into it, it's gonna get hit for a metric ton. Yeah, Fausto's kind of got to be scared of their slower options here, which is not normal. Alright, we're going to see Ryu go first as per Alkaroth winning the first match here. Alright, Faust being the character that's able to just get boosts on the field pretty much before they strike, it is RNGesus. RNGesus up in the house, but I mean, that doesn't stop anything. Yeah, and it's just straight up boost. It's whatever he gets. So that's every card in the game. Useful or not. Is this turn 1 strike? Turn 1 strike, no UA. I respect it. What do we got? I mean, there's a lot of things that are actually pretty safe here. Range 4, I mean, we could just play something like Love. We could just play... Yeah, we could play a lot of things here. This is just one of those situations where you're kind of like, man, I wish I had EX Dive in hand to start the game, because EX Dive would just perform extremely well here against any of these openings, unless this is just a like weird cross out or something. EX Dive or EX Auto, I don't think we want to burn EX Auto this early in the game, but EX Dive would perform extremely well. I'm gonna play the Sweep into the Love. Yeah, that's one of the things I was worried about here, is you play a defensive option and so you just get loved. That was almost certainly what it was going to be. Oh, paper bag man. Close 1, move 1. Alright, Faust, what else you got in your bag of kit, or in your bag of tools here? Pulling more stuff out of the doctor's bag. Oh, we're just prepping. Alright, taking it slow. Parrying something. Parrying for hand knowledge. EX Dust in hand, holy. Oh, man. Alright, well, here's the thing we have to watch out for here is Ryu, is we have the other Love in hand. I mean, we might just see Ryu drop, or Faust drop the other Love. Specifically noting, I don't know what he called, but all we know is he ended up with hand knowledge. Because technically you can parry for whatever you want and get hand knowledge if you really want to. You could parry Ragna's Astral when fighting someone other than Ragna, and you could still get hand knowledge. But oh no. Here we go. Here's the free hand knowledge. Oh, we actually parried something. Okay, I'm very surprised. Normally, whenever Faust pulls this, we just see we're gonna see free hand knowledge all day because it's a free, ridiculous hand knowledge check. You just play whatever you want for free. Yeah, the more you know, right? That's why Faust drawing block is so dreaded, because they can just know your hand before you even get to choose, and they can just play whatever's safest out of that, unless you wild swing. Donkey kick. Here's the other Love. This is the problem we're running into, is we're just getting the Hadoken treatment. Really cool tech. Yeah. Yeah, getting hand knowledge is especially useful, especially for like older seasons. Because you can parry something that you actually care about, or you can just parry for hand knowledge, and then with older seasons you can make a reading of your opponent doesn't respond or respect that you just did that to them. Alrighty. Now, luckily for Ryu, we are out of loves now. We are going to see the Exceed, though. Which means we do get to see Faust's Box of Fun. Faust's House of Fun at range 4. I mean, Faust at range 4 still has plenty of options here. They have the mix, they have the thrust. Ooh. Well, if we have tech in hand, we're playing that every day of the week. We're getting this Way of the Warrior out of here. We don't want to see that. Not in our house. If we don't have the tech, probably Can we poor man stack this actually? I don't know. Range 4 poor man stacking this is pretty rough as well. And this is just 6 power Hadoken, 6 power, 7 power dive actually. That's the scary part. I don't really have anything to respond to 7 power dive other than focus in hand. We are up the life lead though, so that's actually fine too. Yeah. I'm gonna advance into Ryu's face. +2 power, +2 speed. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit scary. Advancing into Ryu's face with +2 power, +2 speed. If Ryu has that other donkey kick and we don't have EX snip, actually no, because we can just grasp it. We're fine still. It's only 6 speed. Let's see, what else are we scared of here? We're scared of a few things actually. It's kind of a mix up here. We play the wrong thing and we're getting toasted. But if we play the snip, snip, snip and it works, then we're pretty happy. Alright, here comes the strike. We got Tatsumaki into Snip. Snip will perform really well. Ryu will take 3. Yeah, this is going to be the one main grievance of Ryu here is the Afro. Ryu's got all these nice slow guarded cards that do a bajillion damage, but Faust just kind of says no to them because they have an Afro. And they break out their barbershop tools. They give Ryu an Afro and they say, "Good luck, buddy." We see an 11 life lead generated for Faust here. Faust is going to strike at range 1. No UA. I'm actually a little bit surprised by that we don't just start going crazy. I mean, I guess we don't have to. We got the sweep into the grasp. Okay. Sweep will perform extremely well here. Actually, no, it won't because that's -6 guard. The Afro. Oh, man. That is a mistake. That is a mistake play. Oh, that Afro. Oh my god. Okay. Ryu's just gonna take the prep here. Now we see the Faust UA. Wheelchair or dash? Probably just wheelchair. Get that extra range. Play whatever we want. Yeah, extra range, extra power. I like it a lot. Alrighty. As Ryu, I am scared. Yeah. This is range 3. I mean, this could be like a cross. This could be a lot of things. Yep, there's the range 3 costs. Ryu will take 4 for their troubles. Range a bajillion now. If we have Scarecrow in hand, this is even scarier, actually. Actually, is this range 6? Oh, this is range 6. Never mind, we're not scared of Scarecrow, because if we have Hado, Hado just beats Scarecrow every day of the week. Bomb or Rock? How much draw? Do we want draw and damage or draw and power? We're going to take the draw and power. We don't want to deal damage to ourselves. We're going for that perfect game. Scarecrow? Yep, Scarecrow. 7 power Scarecrow into block. This definitely telegraphs no Hado in hand. Oh, no Hado in hand there is actually really unfortunate. Holy moly. Because Hado performs extremely well in the Scarecrow. I wonder if our Hados are hiding from us on the bottom of our deck. If they are, I'm going to be so sad. I mean, range 1 Hado doesn't do much for us anyways, but not having Hado at all is pretty unfortunate because it does negate a lot of these options, especially once you get crit on the board. Faust isn't going to be playing very ranged anymore, though. I think they still can, but I just don't see a reason why they would.
Alright, here we go. Faust UA. Faust is kind of doing whatever he wants now. This makes a lot of sense. Pull 2, get Gauge, or Ukemi. Not great options. I mean, we could push to range 3 if we want. We're probably looking either push to range 3 or pull to range 2 and get Gauge. Yep, here's the area shift. Push to range 3. Could be looking for EX Thrust here. Oh yeah, this is EX Thrust. Or EX Assault. Actually, no, we already saw Assaults come out. This is EX Thrust. Yeah, this is a hard telegraphed EX Thrust. I don't think this is any... this could be... what could this be, actually? I don't know why you'd play what could this be EX, though. Yeah, there's no reason to play what could this be EX, so this is just EX Thrust every day of the week. As Ryu, I'm pretty sure we just play, like, the focus here so we don't get pulled. Because if we get pulled, we just eat 8 damage for free. I mean, nothing really breaks this, so I don't think we play for break anyways. Like, you'd have to have Gauge to break this, and even then, that doesn't break it. It's 6. Actually, you could break it with Gauge. You'd break it with Metsu. Oh no. Oh, it's EX Dust. Dust and Thrust rhyme. Yeah. Scramble, cancel, Thrust. Yeah, that's got to be what this is, right? This is the Thrust this time, I think. I don't know what else this would be. Unless this is actually what could this be. Alright, what do we got? Sleep. Soul. Performs well. No more perfect game. But damn, that was dominant. Alright, well that's all. We see Alkaroth take it 2-0 there. Yeah, it looks like we're all good. GG's, both players. We see Alkaroth take a 2-0. Alkaroth will be moving on. Dored will be knocked out of the tourney. Thanks for coming out here, Dored, and playing with us. And yeah, I hope all y'all enjoyed watching, and you guys have yourselves a great rest of your night. Or morning, I guess, actually. Yeah, we'll be live again tonight at 6 p.m. PST time. Thank you all.